Alright, hey everybody, we're going to be looking at some amazing records today. We're going to be blown away. I'm joined here with my boys Bros and Wanted, and we might do some tips and tricks. I hold a couple world records. Bros just put it up a world record, and if we see something, we can explain why we're doing it. Other than that, let's just enjoy some clips, guys.
Alright, so we got some day drifting here. And
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Also,
this
really
run.
like the overlay.
Some pretty good speed to start here.
Oh, that's a missed shortcut there. He can cut across that.
I just don't know if it's fast because he's maintaining like 800 speed the entire way, basically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes for that one though. I think it might be because he gets like an extra boost by the end of the track.
He hit 1100 speed there. Like he's going pretty quick.
Man.
The chain drifting is like off the charts right here.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
he's above 800 pretty much everywhere.
But when it comes to racing lines, like he's not hitting it tight there, so it's just like I'm kind of curious if what's going through the mind of the player right now, you know?
The speed matters more than the racing line, I think.
He gets tight in some points, like that point right there. That's
yeah.
You know, can't be much better.
1100 there. But yeah, speed matters more than racing lines in this game. Like obviously having racing lines matters, but like look how wide he goes here. Like
look how long he keeps like 800 for before dropping it.
Yeah, what he does really well is he never hits 570 speed, which is the minimum speed, whilst having maximum acceleration value and drifting.
This is new.
Yeah, that is new.
Always drift there, but jumping on the final turn. Wow. Okay,
that was actually kind of insane.
Alright, next we have Curvy Canyon here by Azaka.
I've seen this run. It gets pretty crazy in some parts.
It's one of those like pretty standard maps that like the 2 makes it. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize there was a 2 boost pads there on number 1. Honestly, I've never played these basic maps all too much.
Yeah, he's just been grinding.
So he does fly there instead of air drifting. So this might be a beatable
really narrow. He does hit 570 speed though, which obviously isn't ideal. You want to be releasing your drifts before then.
Ideally, I wonder if there's going to be a way where people won't drop below 800.
It's pretty low there.
Nah.
But
like 800 is like almost the max of your max drift boost, right? So I think keeping above 7 is probably more ideal.
Yeah. Now there is that shortcut where you can clip through the death barrier, isn't there? On this track.
Yeah, but that would be like a bug run for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think it's recreatable without like a lot of luck. Then again, we've recreated bug slides, so who knows? Maybe in the future.
Impressive on like how quick he cancels the drift into a new one. Like right there, that was like the quickest like I've seen.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that
he gets really narrow there, but he does bump himself.
I think the day drifting record, like he's always at 800 or higher, and then here he's like he gets to 570 and he doesn't get over to 800 much. I think that this run here has got a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah, it's a basic map, but like I can kind of see what you're talking about. Yeah,
like you can see in the day drifting, like when he's on the main straight,
you can get the double boost there instead of the single.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And racing lines obviously
improved here.
I feel like maybe not with a turbo, but you won't have it on the first lap. It's like air drifting that part for sure.
Perfect turn.
You got very tight there.
It's pixel perfect. I've looked back at that. He literally somehow managed to get his spoiler to clip into the wall and doesn't lose any speed from it. Doesn't get any red on his kph meter, which is, you know, quite
That's a fair point. But yeah, a lot of these laps are just going to be like kind of like the same old, but it's definitely interesting to see the consistency of the player.
Definitely very consistent, yeah. Alright, we're back here on Windy Way. We have a 212.86 by Retro. Arguably the best time trialer in the game right now. He holds the most world records at the moment. And
Yeah,
this is
very,
just
very
another track
competitive
of his.
player.
212 is an insane time here.
I haven't seen
So,
this run, and I've only seen a 214, and I thought that was pretty min-max, so I'm curious to see what he does here, if there's anything different, or if I'm going to see new tech that I'm going to steal.
100 boost.
Just
100
go
boost,
for a
mini
Does a
dash.
small boost there.
He doesn't hold it.
Interesting.
definitely more optimization possible.
Roll.
So far it's more or less what we've seen before.
Yeah.
Drops to
Well,
500
go
for a little bit.
Days down.
So worth. This cut
So-
here I actually discovered. It saved like 4 seconds from the previous record.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know.
Here you do.
Surprised he doesn't
Pretty
go the
different
outside
there.
of the boost pads. But does he go for the left boost pad?
Probably.
He does.
He does. Oh, and it's
He-
not even perfect. Wow.
Back.
But it's interesting
does
that
go-
you can go into the edge without slowing down if you go through it fast enough. Because you'll see at the very end here before the takeoff.
Holds the boost there. I think he wanted to use it earlier, but kind of had to force to hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, though, it's still looking pretty good. 800 off that
Oh,
ramp.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's looking very strong at this point.
A little bit in the off-road, but still pretty good driving.
So that's just a very tight
I
corner
mean-
right there. But he's consistently getting like 11 to 1200 on his turbos.
He's also consistently hitting the back of his car when he's immediately chaining drifts at the start of a lap, which is interesting.
It's going really tight.
If
in
he
the
does
air
it again,
there.
it's on purpose. If he doesn't do it on the third lap, optimization.
It's actually possible to land on the rocks that bit he's flying through, which is definitely interesting.
I think he's got an
Because he's
extra
not air
boost
drifting.
here,
He also like clips that
which he
really
should
nice.
use here. But he doesn't. No, he uses it later than I thought he would. Okay.
That's a very
See,
nice wide
get
drift.
this?
He
Yes, he
doesn't get
does.
the boost from it. And then, yeah.
So you can actually probably get into the 211s maybe.
I reckon you can drop below 210. He bumps his car twice, not to mention
you
the
ever been in
fact that he doesn't air drift at all. Like, just
Yeah. Anaconda is definitely a driving track. 144?
What I found interesting on this run is he actually doesn't. There's a few corners where people often go into the red here to like have like a very inside braking line, but he actually doesn't at all, which I find really interesting.
yeah, it'll be interesting. This is my first reaction to the run,
Yeah,
and
I've not seen this run here.
for the most part, pretty much the track. I have just been, looking at different tracks.
Mhm.
Anaconda really is
Like
one that I've
going
been
into
looking
red
at.
there is very common. They're
Yeah,
not
wow,
here
you're really-
very
oh,
common.
The one thing you'll see a lot
That
of these
is-
tracks do is like the player will adjust their cart by like drifting back and close, like right here. And they'll like drift in
That's-
tight, and then right when they want to release it, they'll drift back in. That boost spot's new, I
This
think.
is ridiculous drifting.
It actually
Probably the
is,
best
and
drifting
this
I've
part.
seen from anyone. Oh, that's
That looks
That's
sketchy, but
interesting as well.
definitely looks
Yeah.
good. I like that new boost spot more.
He's also like
No, it
tapping his drift a lot more instead of going for like holding brake.
yeah. It's interesting to see he's using octane as well.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
interesting
that makes the
to
most
see
sense
that.
though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Stay tuned for a video on hitboxes coming out quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Let's get
really
it.
like the boost spot before the last turn as opposed to like in the last turn. That's when most people do it. I'm probably gonna change what I do now on this track due to that.
I also just kind of like the
His
sound of
speed
when
is
you tap
so
drift. Yeah, he's maintaining
Speed
like
doesn't drop.
800 the entire time.
He's
This
using his
just looks
boost through the slow
ridiculous.
section of the track.
Like, that was
Can you get the distance on
700
here? Yeah, you should, right? Yeah, you got that. Nice.
turbo. Yeah, like,
He's stacking drifts on top of each other to get sharper angles. People are going to struggle to beat that.
Now we're on Pleasant Pit Stop. This is a run that I have seen. I'm not sure if Yuki and Wanted have or not.
I've seen it
this
just
run
a
here
few
is
hours
pretty
ago.
impressive.
So,
Yeah.
I haven't seen this.
I was
I know
actually,
Yuki's held it in the past.
yeah, I was in talks with Sven. I believe it's
Damn.
Sven, and I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, it is.
And he was showing me a consistent way to hit both boost pads, which I figured would be a thing. But then I was trying it, and it's actually mad respect to getting that consistent. It's definitely worth training for.
Oh yeah, no, him and Dusk are very, very good at hitting 2 boost pads at once.
Mm-hmm. Though I don't know why he doesn't veer to the left, because it's you have a better drift for this ground bit.
Yeah, but he gets 100% boost, I guess, so maybe he doesn't want to sacrifice momentum and he's just going for a beeline.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Yeah.
already have drift boost there, it's not really worth going for another drift. Like, especially if it's a long one. It's like 760.
He doesn't
not use a
hover
boost
until
here.
very late.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And then, wow. That just looks so nice.
He doesn't turbo at all in the first lap.
No turbo there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Double boost pad there. It's ridiculous speed.
Yeah, so I came up with a new line for that segment. I just have to link the rest of the map together.
Yeah, only time will tell if this stands. I personally don't think it will. I think it's a strong world record. I just think it's how much much attention's been getting placed on the track. It's only a matter of time, really.
Also, I think he does really long drifts up the ramp in the beginning before the flying part. And I want to limit my time drifting there because he overcaps on boost, you'll see at the end. Like, having any drift meter at the end of your map after you use your last turbo pretty much means you can not drift somewhere in the map and be more efficient, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Now there is obviously that one optimization called a bug slide here, where you can, turn your car at 90 degrees whilst conserving momentum. I think it will be done one day. I just don't think it'll be done for at least the next month.
I feel like it
Uses
does
it
in like
if
task
anyone
level
wants
stuff.
Very early at the end there, but it aligns up. I have not seen this run yet. 156.76. I think anything under 2 minutes is like. Well, honestly, I'm at a point right now. If I get anything under 2:05, that would be good for me. But at under 2 minutes is just something I can't think of. So I wonder what a 156 would look like.
I think there's definitely
Yeah.
some more optimization here, especially with the things that he's doing. But yeah, I'll just let
Have
you
you
guys
seen it yet,
see it.
Yuki?
I've seen it, yeah.
This is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
one of my better maps, so I'm going into this completely blind. I have no idea what he's doing here.
If you do this strat in ranked, you'll definitely be getting first place more often than not.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Double
This
boost
was a
pad
huge
there.
discovery by Wes when he found it.
It's not go that
Because
tight.
he-
Not
really
just because
just
you're not going straight,
optimizes it.
but you separate yourself from the pack.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay,
then
yeah,
he can
that-
use it
that
again.
looks good.
Like, it's ridiculous.
It's how much drift charge he's able to hold while going over those speed boosts.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not sure if you guys know, but this was actually the run that let him join SRO, because no one had actually used the Wesh air drift on any map. Wesh and I had only been experimenting.
Whoa.
That's interesting, by the way.
Go
He
through the
clipped
map there?
through the ground.
Yeah,
he
definitely
did.
an accident, but like
What?
this
Oh,
map
yeah.
is very prone to that. He only does it the one time, so
Yeah.
Wow. I did not know you could phase through the ground like that. That's pretty... This map is so broken.
Yeah. No, it's interesting, for sure.
But this run here is absolutely insane.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna have to start
800, 900
drifting like
kilometers
this.
an hour through this tunnel. It's ridiculous.
Also,
I go
did
through that
not
tunnel.
realize until very recently that on the right side there at the end of the tunnel, that's a double boost pad. It's way easier to hit than the one boost pad like behind the hazard. That's the one I always tried to go for.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, no,
this
it's
looks really good here.
heavily optimized this track. Like, I was talking to him about it, and I was just, amazed by what he managed to do, because it's
He made a couple mistakes
honestly
here
like,
and there, but
oh
definitely
yeah,
good
no,
shortcut
he did.
recoveries.
I think he might have hit that hazard
Oh,
there.
it
He
looks
hit
like he hit
that
the hazard.
Yeah. So that track can definitely be beaten in the future. But it's a strong world record nonetheless, because he beat the previous world record by a second.
Alright,
I watched this
let's
live
do
with
that
Yuki.
here.
I was in the Discord call with him. Suddenly interesting.
You like the air roll at the start there.
Yeah,
Drift.
he takes a very narrow line. And he chooses to go underneath instead of taking the shortcut near that tree. Reason being, it gains him a bit more extra boost. It's only faster in the first lap from what we could tell. We did some measurements.
Interesting.
And yeah, it sets him up for like a lot better. Once
Like
again,
a lot better
Yuki's
boost
actually Yuki's
Because I
actually
need
switched
free
cars here.
boost.
Yuki switched cars here to an Octane, which is
Mm-hmm.
very, very surprising if you see the run out the blue, because you're almost iconic at this point for using the Jaga. But
Exactly.
what you discovered here was incredible, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Native boost gets you so low, puts you on the next jump like immediately, whilst getting another drift.
This little flick here, that's the part that I can't get right, where this goes.
You got to look to the lower tree trunk.
Yeah.
And I'm actually really proud of my staking here. But the thing
Yeah,
that you were
no, it's
showing me
perfect.
earlier is definitely a way to improve, most likely. Because like I could do this cut here without a boost and boost on the straight instead, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. It is also possible to go to the left of the tree Dusk was showing us, except it's very difficult and probably a bit too
Yeah.
risky for world record attempts. But maybe in the future, who knows? Except I don't think this world record will get beaten anytime soon, considering the complexity of
Yeah.
tornado boost.
Like
And,
getting it
ledge
twice in one map was kind of
boost.
nuts.
Yeah,
Little drift
Twice
there
in one
for a
run.
little speed.
crazy.
But this map is just really
Just
satisfying
down
to
through
play.
the gate is really, really ballsy. And then the final lap, what were you thinking here, Yuki, like coming up to the final lap?
Really just
You
wanted
remember?
to like not mess up. This entire last lap I was just in my head just like don't mess it up, don't mess it up. And then I didn't mess up, and then it was good, and I was shocked myself that I was actually able to get sub 350.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like watching this back, it's like really quick.
Yeah, no, you're gonna struggle to find improvements with this track, because going on the red in these hairpins isn't the end of the world considering how sharp they are. Like, you literally have to brake there and you get like a perfect drift.
Yeah. But yeah,
That use
this,
of the
this
boost
is pretty
rate, you know,
optimized
is up
now.
so smart. Yeah. Such a shame you don't get the tornado boost on the third lap, but like, it's still ridiculous. Because you still get a ledge dash afterwards, so you still gain extra speed anyway.
Yeah, I thought it was over, and then midway through the float, I was like, oh, I can just dodge down, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go!
Alright, So we do have here Tilted Turnpike set by myself. We do have the audio muted on this one because I put some copyright music on it, but we're still gonna watch it back. Of course, you gotta subscribe to me now. Come on, if you're not subscribed to me, you gotta subscribe, right?
While you're there,
Anyway,
subscribe to SRO. Subscribe
you
to
can
everyone.
yeah, subscribe to me, subscribe to Sanaharu, subscribe to Wanted, subscribe to SRO. Hit that sub button. It's free. It's completely free. Cannot go wrong hitting the sub button. But without further ado, let's get into this Tilted Turnpike world record right here. And this was a run I grinded out for a few days. I had actually beat the record a few times prior to uploading this, but I wanted to like really get a strong run before posting it.
Yeah, I can't remember entirely. This might have been the video that or this might have been the record that got you an SRO. I'm
It
not entirely
wasn't
certain.
this one, it was the 337.
Got it.
It was the
Yeah.
one before that.
Now,
That's nuts right
I
there,
think it's
though.
Dusk. Dusk made me aware there is a boost pad on like a pole or a beam at
Yeah,
the start of the track after you go around the 180-degree drift. Except it's not even the width of your car, so it's very unpredictable.
it's very tough to hit,
So
and it's also pretty wide
yeah,
too. So even if it is, I'm not sure if it's faster, but you know, it just
it's an
might
amazing
be.
use of an air drift there.
I do also want to
Well,
shout out Retro, because when after I broke my or got the 337, Retro got a 335 on here, and I used some of his strategies to achieve a better time here as well. So I want to just give a shout out to Retro because it's a community here. It's not just like a couple people pushing this. It's everyone working together, figuring out the best
Yeah, exactly.
strategies.
hmm
It's not
Exactly.
just one person doing everything here, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
well said, well said.
That's what we're trying to do here at SRO. We're just trying to get the newest shortcuts out to you guys, trying to let you guys know how you can potentially get world records of your own. Just trying to help the community push along.
It was Retro who did this strat here on the wall with the drift. I was not doing that, but after he
I'm
did that, I was
surprised you
like,
opt for flying there instead of doing your drifting that I saw you do.
yeah, the thing is, if you land really early, you go like up and down, and you can get popped up in the air there and have your cart get put at a weird angle. It's not fun to deal with, so I just feel like landing like above the hill there was far more consistent and had far more success doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Rolling out the drift
I
here,
get
though,
that.
was the main thing in this run. Not only there, but coming up in this section here. Right here, though, I almost lost the run because I didn't get the air roll right there right away. So I had to hop, and I went very wide, but I was able to save it. And after that, I was like, I knew this was going to be the run right here.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And
Yeah.
Imagine
You've
choking
been
in the
grinding for
tunnel.
days.
oh God, I
Oh,
didn't want to think
tears
about
would have
that.
been shed. Tears would have been
Like,
shed.
you just go too low here, like,
I got
you
very,
almost
very
kissed it
low.
there.
I
You
got
get very
very
close.
low.
I feel like drifting there
I
is,
was
like,
like,
so
"Look, I'm
pointless, though.
supposed to go." Now, don't exit out quite yet because I feel like a lot of people are overlooking the bonus clip here. Uh, and what's really special here is I hit 2 turbo pads and get 1,000 speed.
Wow.
Mm.
And
Now that is
I've only done it
interesting.
one time, and it was on complete accident. But
Now it's a shame you don't have the cyclone because there's something funny about that. Once again, new video dropping soon. Keep an eye out
But
for
so
that.
much of this map is drifting, though, to be fair.
yeah,
And also,
Yeah, exactly.
in between the tree and the barrier, what we discussed before, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all the tracks we got to for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more. We want quick content like this, and if you guys have any ideas for videos you want to see that you're not seeing when you search up Rocket Racing, let us know in the comments.